I'm back. I actually have to redo this video because I wasn't having technical difficulties the first time, but I'm lame and I wanted to use a filler. And yeah. If you guys have watched the first video, it was basically just kind of like an introduction video, just to get it out there. Kind of, I was inspired actually to start a new YouTube account because I guess I've wanted to for a while. I've had old YouTube accounts in the past, but they were from when I was like 17, 18, and they were kind of random and all over the place. And I kind of wanted to start something that was more fluent and like um, a routine kind of thing, especially since now I've been getting into journalism again. And I think I just want to kind of talk about like controversial issues in the world and even not just all that stuff, but fun pop cultural things that are happening that are definitely current and music and still going to be a bunch of random stuff, but want to be more fluent with it, more of a routine. So, yeah, so basically, I'm like out of breath right now and I don't know why. I didn't go running because I'm not athletic at all and I don't exercise, which is bad. Yeah, I can't like breathe right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the last thing I drank was coffee. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of like do this video as a more of a get to know me sort of deal, so you guys kind of know what you're up for, whatever. And I'm gonna start off with some of the cliche basics from a getting to know me. I have it literally written up here on Microsoft, and it's called "Getting to Know Me." ... Isn't that a song?
Yeah.
Getting to know me. I don't know.
I like that.
I don't know the words. I don't even know what it's from. Do you know what it's from? I don't know. See, I digress so bad. It can be a good thing and a bad thing. But anyways, so my name's Julia, but I like to go by Jules. I used to hate being called Jules when I was younger. I don't know why, but I despised it, and now I really like it. I'm really into like signs and horoscopes like that. So I'm a Leo, and I don't know. I just like that kind of stuff. It's interesting, and I do actually read into those things because I believe in them. I forgot. According to horoscopes, if you're a Leo, which I am, you are confident, a leader, stubborn, but you have a huge heart. And most of that, I would like to say, is fairly accurate, especially the stubborn part, which you will probably start to notice. But, so yeah, I am a Leo. That was really corny. So I'm going to talk about my favorite bands, because music is super important to me. Concert junkie right here. I don't even know how many concerts I've been to, but a lot. Since I was 16. My first concert that I saw was the Arctic Monkeys when I was 16 at the rave with my boyfriend at the time, and it was like the best date ever for being 16. And I kind of like it. I kind of like that it was one of my, actual first concerts, because saying that, it was the Arctic Monkeys is pretty rad. Let's see. A couple other concerts I've been to would be, I'm going to talk about music a lot, by the way. Death Cab for Cutie. Let's see. Foster the People twice. Young the Giant twice. Best Coast. Waves. Did I say Foster the People? Mm-hmm. Okay. You'll be my memory.
There you go.
What else have I seen? Oh, Cage the Elephant twice. I'm seeing Metric in less than a month. Actually, like 2 weeks. And I'm super pumped. Super, super pumped. Because I've been wanting to see them since I was like 16. Also, I have a weird thing with ages. I remember everything by ages, so I'm just saying that because I was talking to this guy the other day, and we were having, a lengthy conversation, And I guess I kept mentioning ages and like, oh, I did this when I was this age. And he's like, you remember everything by ages. Like, what's up with you and ages? And I was like, I don't know. So, yeah, just a little side note, digressing again. I can't remember all the other concerts I've been to, but there's probably more. Oh, the Joy Formidable and the Mowgli's. I kind of saw Walk the Moon at Summerfest last year, but I almost died, literally. It was insane, probably the most insane show I've ever been to, and I'm usually great with concerts. Like, you know, I don't usually have problems with being in large crowds, especially concerts, because once I'm in the zone and being in a concert, I just don't care. I've been in mosh pits before, and I remember my first mosh pit. I was laughing, and I don't know why. Like, people were bumping into me, and it was brutal, and I was just fucking laughing like a psychopath. And I don't know, it was so much fun. But at Walk the Moon, it was insane, and apparently 2 people died. So, yeah, not good. I love how my conversation just kind of got like intense for one moment, and now I gotta go back. So, I am a super huge cinephile, which means I'm a music junkie. My minor was film, but I kind of changed it because I feel like that's more of like a hobby, but I tried making 2 short films in high school, and those were interesting. Those didn't really get finished, didn't see the final products, but it'll always be like a hobby for me. I will sit and watch Netflix over actually functioning, unless it involves food. And for real, I'd probably not even leave my bed, and I would be a rotting corpse just laying there for 70 years. Probably will find me watching Degrassi or Scott Pilgrim, because those things are my favorite. I'm obsessed with like Canadian things. I mean, it's just a coincidence. Michael Cera, Metric, Degrassi, Scott Pilgrim. I don't know. And for my favorite movies, I have a lot, but a few would be Juno. That was my first all-time favorite movie. First watched that when I was 13 at the movie theater for a Girl Scout trip. I remember that specifically. And yeah, I fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the soundtrack. You can't go wrong with Belle and Sebastian or the Velvet Underground or the Kinks or Sonic Youth. So definitely special movie to me, and without watching it or without having it around, I probably wouldn't become a lot of who I am today, because it opened up a lot of doors for me musically and then so forth. So music and movies are very, very important to me, and you'll find that along the way. Other favorite movies would be 500 Days of Summer, Zooey Deschanel fan, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Wish they got married and had beautiful children together, but oh well. The One I Love, Another Earth, Dick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, anything with MC in it. The Breakfast Club, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind are just some of them. So I'll just tell you straight up, I'm obsessed with anything Degrassi related, and I have seen every single episode from the beginning, since Degrassi Junior High, from the 80s. I think it first started in 1986. Yes, and I've seen literally everything, and I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. I like it. I think it's, that kind of brings me back to high school in a way, which is sort of nostalgic and nice, and it's kind of humbling. And I think it just has to do a lot with, like, a lot of things back then. Well, me, when I was in high school, I could relate to, because Degrassi was a very relatable show, and their tagline was Degrassi, it goes there, super intense, and it just always stuck close to me. Like, I'm not in high school anymore, but it's still such a great show that's impacted me so much, and it's, so well written that I still watch it to this day, and I don't care. I'll probably be watching it until I'm like 30. I don't care. No F's are given. So, with that being said, because I'll probably talk about Degrassi a lot, I'm addicted to Etsy. I'll just throw that out there. I will spend literally 5 hours looking at pins. And you're like, what's so great about pins? Pins are awesome, right? Yeah. Pins are the best. They're so cute, but really the cute ones with cats and pizza on them. And Michael Cera's face. Which brings me to the next thing, and please do not judge me, because we're all allowed to have our weird obsessions. And, yeah. I am a little obsessed with Michael Cera. I don't know why. I think it was the first time that I saw him in Juno. I like fell in love with his adorable little baby face. I was just like, oh my god, who is that? And, you know, it's the same for like girls in like from the 1950s when they had like their obsession with Elvis, or like the 60s, the Beatles. I guess MC is the equivalent of that to me. I like nerdy, dorky dudes. I don't know, there's something endearing about it, and it's adorable. And he's all around a great, versatile actor. And watching Arrested Development, which I love, by the way, made me see that. Because he's so witty, and he can play more than that awkward, endearing, well-mannered guy trying to get the girl. And he's always wearing a zip-up sweater. I've noticed that in all of his movies. Except for Year One, where he's a caveman. Because they didn't have zip-up sweaters.
He'll make one.
Duh. What?
He said he'll make one
Out of leaves?
Yeah.
Yep. He's so hipster. He was the first one to make a zip-up sweater. What else we got? I'm looking at a list that I have on Microsoft. So I'm just going to wrap this up a little bit. So obviously I'm in college. This is my dorm. I'm not going to show you all what it looks like because that's creepy. I am a English literature major, and so again, like English and writing and books, all of that artsy stuff is very important. But I'm also minoring in creative writing, and just recently, journalism. And I've been writing for the Odyssey, which has kind of like sparked my interest for journalism again. I have realized that I really like writing about things that are kind of, popular in the world to talk about. But then again, I like to throw in those articles that are kind of relatable. Kind of like I recently wrote an article called Signs You're an Old Lady in a 20-something's Body. Kind of like writing those humorous articles in between. And yeah, I also love poetry and any kind of writing. Used to write so much poetry in high school, it's ridiculous. Instead of doing any of my math homework, I would sit there and write poem, releasing all my teenage angst, and it was just awesome to have that there, I think. And I have a box full of old poems that I wrote in high school, and it'd be fun to just whip them out and read some to you guys and see how ridiculous I sounded. As for books, a couple of my favorites would probably be The Awakening, The Yellow Wallpaper. To Kill a Mockingbird was one of my first favorites. I read that freshman year of high school. I love anything by Robert Frost. He's definitely an inspiration for my poetry. And I do have a soft spot for Edgar Allan Poe. It seems like, I'm surprised that even I would like him, but because he's so dark, but I started reading him a little earlier too. So I think it was 8th grade I started reading him in class. And I don't know, I can appreciate his dark writing. And Telltale Heart will obviously be one of my faves. So all around, I love everything like artsy, creative. Been doing dancing since I was 4, playing violin since I was 12. cannot learn how to play guitar for the life of me, which is weird because you think I would be able to because of violin, but so I think most of my videos will probably revolve around like my interests, and hopefully there's a bunch of people out there that are also, you know, interested in similar things, and then hopefully you guys can get advice or, you know, like what new books to read out there, or advice on writing, you know, writer's block, stuff like that. I'll talk about, like I said, a lot about music and movies, probably mention some recommendations, stuff like that. Bunch of random stuff. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? But that's basically all. That's all I got for you guys. So if you want, message, email. My email should be in the description. But that's all. All right. See you guys later.